The only minority destroying America is the billionaires. Trans people are 1% of the population. Muslims are 1% of the population. Undocumented people are 1% of the population. We are focused on the wrong 1%. Trans people aren't taking away our health care. Muslims aren't defunding our schools. Immigrants aren't cutting taxes for themselves and their rich friends. It's the billionaires and their puppet politicians. The culture wars are a smokescreen. So many of the divisions in this state and in this country are manufactured by billionaires who want us fighting each other instead of fighting them. They want us looking left and right at our neighbors instead of looking up at them. The biggest divide in our politics is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you saw in today's episode, we are just hitting the real story where we see people keep blaming each other about everything, and when we know the real problem is billionaires. Because as this guy said, which I agree with him like 100%, the 1% of immigrant, 1% of LGBT, the 1% of Muslim, they are not the problem America has. America have a problem of rich billionaire who want to keep you guys fighting so they can do whatever they want. So again, in today's episode, we will be seeing how people are complaining about like price, even MAGA. Choose MAGA because I don't want people to think maybe it's the left who don't support Trump. No, I even include MAGAs, the real MAGA, like influencer MAGA, complaining about the price and everything. So you see, like, people are not happy while he's building 200 million ballroom. So which is not okay. So, and you see in this video, we'll be seeing how actually, like, he's not putting American first, he's just putting himself and his rich people first. Let's dive in. Credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I'll be back with commentary. Let's keep watching.
We don't have the money for child cancer research. We don't have the money for improving infrastructure. We don't have the money for sufficient veteran benefits. We don't have the money for free college tuition. We don't have the money for Medi-Cal. We don't have the money for student loan forgiveness, but we somehow have $200 million so that this can have a ballroom, a $200 million ballroom. How lobotomized do you have to be to still think that this administration gives a rat's ass about you? Also, it comes as no surprise, but that is maybe some of the tackiest shit I've ever seen. Next to the Oval Office, of course, but it's like, it's almost like he's asking to be Robespierre.
Hey, what's up, America? I'm here in the good Republican state of Indiana for a gas price update. So yeah, you would think gas prices in Indiana would be like $2.40 a gallon, right? Because we're a good Republican state. Nope, I'm here to tell you you're going to be over and out, harder than you can imagine. It's almost like it's California. Let's take a look. So there you go, $3.39 a gallon for gasoline, $3.59 for diesel. This is the city of Indianapolis in Indiana, a good Republican state. Yeah, it's supposed to be low gas prices, right? Well, look at that bullshit. We pay more than New Jersey. What the fuck? So yeah, there we go, $3.39, $3.89, $4 a gallon. Of course, you got diesel still at $3.57, $3.59, whatever the fuck it is. Absolutely ridiculous for a Republican state. So like I said, this is the state of Indiana that I'm in right now with these incredibly high gas prices. Indiana is a red Republican state that pretends they're Trump supporters, but they have taxes higher than any liberal state almost. We're right up there nearly with Illinois. And yet our governor was endorsed by Trump and is a hard MAGA supporter. All the Republican politicians support Trump. 100%. 75% of our government is MAGA. So why the fuck do we have higher gas prices than New Jersey and most liberal states? Want to explain that to me, Indiana, you shysters? Bunch of crooks in our government. That's what you...
So guys, this guy is MAGA. I know him because I saw his post on TikTok and everything. But you hear him saying, like, I'm shocked that in a red state, like Republican state, the gas is this much. It's very, very expensive. Oh, we thought in Republican state, the gas and everything will be cheaper, but it's not the case. And he's mad about it. That shows you guys, even MAGA who are watching this video, the guy you voted for, he doesn't care about you at all. That's why you keep finding out every time, you keep suffering. And when you vote for him, you thought like, oh, your life is going to change, the economy is going to be better. But now this is the time to open your eyes to see the guy you voted for. He doesn't care. He only care about building his $200 million ballroom. Can you imagine that? While people suffer like this, that's bring me to the first guy was saying, like, the only problem America have is like this billionaire, because they only think about themselves. So guys, let's keep watching.
Recently, I made the decision that for now, I don't want to go back in the system. I think it's broken. I think there's so much, there are so many good people who are public servants, who do such good work, teachers and firefighters and police officers and nurses and scientists. And so it's not about them, but, you know, I believe, and I always believed, that as fragile as our democracy is, our systems would be strong enough to defend our most fundamental principles. And I think right now that they're not as strong as they need to be, and I just don't want to, for now, I don't want to go back in the system. I want to travel the country, I want to listen to people, I want to talk with people, and I don't want it to be transactional where I'm asking for their vote.
I have to say, as someone who is very qualified for the presidency, a senator, attorney general of California, a vice president of the United States, and then a very hopeful and dynamic presidential candidate for the 107 days that you had to run, to hear you say that it's broken, to hear you say that our systems aren't strong enough, is harrowing.
Well, but it's also evident, isn't it?
No, it is.
And it is.
It is harrowing. I mean,
and it is.
I mean, there's almost no
but it
curse
doesn't
word
mean we
bad
give
enough.
up. But it doesn't mean we give up. That's not my point.
Okay, because that's what I'm hearing. Like you don't want to be part of the fight anymore.
No, oh, absolutely not. I am always going to be part of the fight.
Okay.
That is not going to change.
So guys, for this one, I'm not going to say much. I'm only going to ask you a question. Do you think the system is broken? And if yes, what do you think would be solution for everyone? Because what I'm seeing on this part, what I'm seeing right now is like either Republican, either like Democrat, whatever you want, they are not all happy because life is hard. So what do you think? Guys, let's keep watching. I'll be back with commentary, and of course, credit belongs to the owner of the videos you are seeing in today's episode.
See, they can't afford to keep Medicaid, and they can't afford to keep the veterans benefits and keep these, you know, the suicide hotlines, you know, and they can't afford to keep people covering the phones at Social Security. You know, and they can't afford to even keep people on in the federal government, henceforth the hundreds of thousands of layoffs. But they can afford a $200 million ballroom. Yeah, Trump voters, he's installing a $200 million replica of a ballroom that he has at Mar-a-Lago. It's going to hold 650 people. It will be 90,000 square feet. Think about that. You can't afford to let people continue with their SNAP benefits. It's costing too much money. You can't afford to continue housing assistance program because it's costing too much money. You're making cuts in the National Weather Services because it's costing too much money to save lives. But you got $200 million to build a ballroom that you will be the only one to benefit from. How is this going to help your voters? MAGA, how is that ballroom up there, 90,000 square feet, how is that going to help you afford those $300 for 4 bags of grocery? Or a $700 trip to Walmart? Or your utilities going up? How is that going to help you people who have, your homes have been destroyed by these storms and hurricanes and there's no FEMA? So how is that ballroom going to help you get your house back up and a home for your family? How is that $200 million ballroom going to help you in your day-to-day to take care of you and your family? This is from the man that loves you, that cares about you, that's going to do what's best for the people. What has he done that has been best for you when people are saying that the groceries prices are doubling? Gas is going up. The cost of living is going up. But the salaries are not. Minimum wage hasn't went up in 50 years. Republicans, politicians are saying, they need a raise because they haven't, their raise has been frozen since, I forgot how many years ago, but hell, it's nowhere near as long as minimum wage hasn't been touched.
So guys, I really feel bad because what we are seeing right now is what people try to say like before all this happened. Like once you vote for this guy, he will not care about you, he will not respect law, he will not like care about anyone, he will do whatever he wants, he will only like, there's no way you tell me he's building this expensive ballroom when we know like there's a people who don't have Medicare, who are who don't have health care, who are like many things going on. People, they can't even afford grocery nowadays. Some people, they don't have a job. Others, they don't have money to pay their rent. A house and everything. And he's only focusing on building something that which is not going to benefit any people, any America, even those one who voted for him. We keep seeing farmers suffering. He's not even using that money to support them. He's only feeding his ego or what he wants. He don't care about you guys. So how do you feel about all this? Because this is so disappointing to me and even to the people who didn't vote for him. But what about you who voted for him? How do you feel now? Wow, guys, let's keep watching.
So I'm just asking the voters of Trump and the supporters and the people who went out and constantly vote Republican, how is this new $200 million ballroom is going to help the average citizen in this country survive? What improvement in your life is that ballroom bringing? Just give me one. Just give me one. Forget the fact that he's already spent $26 million already just on golfing. Forget that it took, what, $10 or $25 million for him to go to Scotland to open his new golf course, and he did that on the taxpayer dollar. Had a couple of dignitaries in to sit around to just justify it being official president of official business. Yeah, we stupid. But he goes to Scotland to do a ribbon cutting ceremony for a new golf course of his, and it's on the taxpayers' dollars. But they cannot afford to help you take care of your family. They can't afford to make these big time company owners get the foot off your neck by gouging these prices. They can't afford any of that, but they can afford a $200 million ballroom. I just want you to understand that philosophy. They can afford that one-day parade that costs us about what? How many millions did that cost the taxpayers? But they can't afford to help the American citizen keep their Medicaid, to keep their prescription prices down. They can't help to keep these rural hospitals open. But they got $200 million to build a 90,000 foot square.
Me, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, because I know like there's people who are suffering, and I'm so sorry for the people who are suffering and didn't vote for this. And for the people who voted for this, I hope this will teach you, will teach you like very, very strong lesson. So you know, like next time when you go to vote, you should be careful. You should know like who is for you, who is not for you, because this guy, he didn't care about you, he didn't support you, he don't care at all. And now many people are suffering because of this. We keep seeing disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. And he's only focusing on building something which is not going to put America first. And I remember that's what he promised you. That's what he promised he will do. But we see him like doing whatever he wants. It's like he don't know what's going on with people. He don't know how people are suffering. It's like he don't see it. Or he don't want to see it. Because it's not even about saying like, okay, the people, at least he's helping the people who voted for him. He's not. He don't care that they're suffering. The people who stand with him, who supported him. And which is so sad. He don't care like there's a people who are sick, who can't afford that health care, food, everything, but he's cutting whatever he wants. What's going on is so sad to see. And of course, but the people who supported all this to happen, you should be ashamed. You should learn from this. You should try to fix this one next time. Because otherwise, there is no way. I really think like if you want to vote, vote according to what you have to do. Vote the right person. Don't just vote because someone influenced you. Don't vote because you feel like, oh, we white, we have to do that. Don't vote because you say, oh, because I'm rich, I don't care about like healthcare, I have to vote like this. No, vote without being selfish. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that can save all of us, if I'm being honest. So guys, today I didn't prepare any comment for you because there are many, of course, many people that are frustrated. I only want you to hear from the people, but many people in the comment, they were like, okay, yeah, our only problem, it's official, and we open our eyes, our only problem is billionaire. Who want us to focus on our neighbor, to focus to fight black people, to focus to fight brown people, illegal immigrant, to focus to fight between us than focusing on them. Because once we focus on each other, once we fight on each other, they will be free to do whatever they want. We not know where the problem is. So I really think this episode should open your eyes. See where the real problem is coming from. And let me know if you know more about more about the system, the story, and answer my question. Also, I ask like, what do you think about the system? Do you think it's already broken? What do you think should happen to fix it? And I just want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everything. Subscribe to the channel. I wish you next one. Bye.